He changed your thinking. He changed the way you walk. He changed the way you thought. He changed your mind. And so Matthew met with the Lord. And I don't know what the conversation they had, but Jesus gave him a declaration. He said, follow me. And Paul's going to tell a lot of us, we need to start following Jesus. It's too long we've been we've been making other folks before God. We've been making other people God, but it's time to follow Jesus. Jesus is the only one that we can get to heaven. Jesus is the only way that we can get to heaven. We need to start following Jesus.
All right now.
We follow a lot of people. We follow fake friends.
Go ahead now.
We follow fake family members. We got some fake family members. How many got fake family members? Everybody. Yeah, we got fake brothers and sisters that say, hey baby, I got you, but and the next minute they're talking about you.
Come on now.
Yeah, we got fake family members. Yeah, them same people that been raised up with you, but they still talking about you. What kind of family is that?
Come on now.
But we need to follow Jesus tonight. Follow him. Matthew began his ministry following Jesus. And I want to tell you in here tonight, whatever you're going through, take it to Jesus. He's the best doctor. He's the best heart fixer. He's the best surgeon. He can fix everything. Take it to Jesus because it's all in the plan tonight. And as I began to look at my life, I too was like Matthew. I wasn't a tax collector, but I was a sinner too. I was stuck in my mess. I was doing everything I could not to be what I am today, but God had to come in and sit down at my desk and talk to me. And how many folk that know that Jesus will change your life? I don't care how many times they don't want you off. I don't care how many times they say you'll never be there. I don't care how many times they walk on you and stomp all over you, but I'm going to know that God is still able. If you've been predestined here, the devil can't stop it. Because the Bible says, whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in the heaven. So if God loose your seed while you was in your mother's womb, the devil can't have it. You got to be with God. And do I have a witness here?
Amen.
I'm about to close out here. I'm about to go home and eat. But Matthew, this man Matthew, was dealing with my spirit today, because Matthew had some ailments. He had some diseases. He had some things. It might have not have been natural, but in the spiritual, he had diseases. He had all kind of ailments. But when God came by, he healed him. And I come to tell you, God is going to get ready to shift some things. Wherever hurt is, God is going to get ready to remove it. He's going to shift some things. I come to preach to somebody and tell them that the devil had it too long. He had it too long. It's time for God to take you back. And I'm telling somebody in here that you better stand up for right. Because when this is the last days. Some against daughters, mothers against, this is the last days. Tornadoes and everything that's trying to get this world, this is the last days. And I come to preach to somebody and tell them, you better get it right now. Because if you ain't got no tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised to you. Do I have a witness here?
Go ahead and tell them.
Yes. And I'm about to close out here tonight. But I'm reminded of a story before I go to my seat. There was this boy who was raised in the Eastern Projects. This little boy used to always get in trouble. This boy, when he was in grammar school, got in trouble most of his time in elementary school. Got into fights, got into situations that he wasn't supposed to be in. But when he was in school, he went on to high school and began to get with the wrong crowd in high school and messed up high to stand here today. He smiled and said, it's all in the plan. I feel good right now. Yeah, the same boy that got into trouble all through high school, all through elementary school, was the same boy that was graduating from high school. Yeah, after they got out of the high school, they had their 10-year class reunion. And the first person they tried to look for was their old mischievous friend. But they couldn't find him nowhere that first night of the reunion. The second night they looked for him again, but they still couldn't find him. Yeah, they then went down to that old crack house they used to hang out. Yeah, but they didn't find him there. They then went down to that old bootlegger house, but they didn't find him there. So they went back to the hotel. They was down there crying and sobbing because they couldn't find their friend. But there was somebody at the hotel that cleaned up the hotel, and she said, "You looking for Michael? Michael Williams?" They said, "Yeah, where is he?" She said, "Yeah, I know him, but I'm about to go to the place where he is now." Yeah, Lord. But then they went down to a big old mega church. Y'all won't catch him in a minute. Yeah, they went down there, and they went down to the corridors. Went down there and went to the pastor study. I feel my help coming on now. They went down there and went into the pastor study. They said, "Yeah, this looks like Michael, he in trouble." But then they looked behind the desk of the pastor study. That's where they bring Michael. I'm trying to tell somebody it was all in the plan. They looked at Michael. They said, "Michael, how in the world you was able to get him?" He said, he just smiled and said, "It's all in the plan." Yeah, Lord. Then they asked Michael, "Michael, you always knew you would be in a predicament like this." He said, "No, y'all missing the point. See, y'all had a mama and a daddy. I just had a mama, but mama prayed for me. She didn't cut me out. She told me that the Lord still got something for me, and I'm so glad she did that. If it wasn't for mama, I wouldn't be here now." But then he turned around. They said, "Michael," they looked at the wall. He had a bachelor's degree from Morehouse. He had a master's degree from Harvard. He had a PhD from Harvard. They said, "Michael, you went to prestigious college like that?" He said, "Yeah, I had a God that he turned me around, and then they took up." He said, "This will keep me going." The black said, "Please," somebody said, "Please, be patient with me, for the Lord ain't through with me yet." Still have a witness out there that say, "The Lord, they counted me out, and I know the power is." They said, "I'll never be nothing." They said, "I don't amount to anything, but look at me now. I'm The world began to rock like a drunken man. The Lord got up. He got up with all power in his hand. If you know he got power, say yeah. There's power to give you life, give you more abundantly. Is there anybody here been going through hell? But that they said, even Lord ain't doing me yet. Say yeah. Say yeah. Say it one more time. Ain't it all right? Ain't it all right? Ain't it all right? Say yeah. The Lord has done his praise for you. You want to give him some praise? You want to praise his name? Because the Lord has been good to me. My family said I'd never be nothing. They called me retarded.